Hi everyone, welcome again to my audiovisual channel. My name is Gabriela Handal. I'm a visual artist, draftsman because I draw. And today I want to talk a little bit about, for this video, I want to talk a little bit about my journey of art thus far. And I had an issue kind of ordering things in accurate chronological order, and I also, I guess, had an issue sort of deciding what to show. But either way, I just want to talk a little bit about what has passed, I guess. What has changed in terms of my artistic endeavor or search, if you maybe search as well. So I guess actually, before I get started, please like, share, and subscribe, leave a comment if you would like to support my audiovisual channel, and also check out the links in the video description. So anyway, I'm going to show you pictures today about some old work, pictures of some old work, and talk about the kind of subject matter that I used to be interested in. You're going to see what it looked like, the stuff that I tried. Yes, so, well, let's get started. So I studied my undergraduate studies. I did in Panama, the Republic of Panama, which is where I'm from. I did it at Ganexa, and I don't actually know what is the equivalent of the degree that I got to here, because it's like I think it's more equivalent to like something in Europe, which is a licentiate. I don't know. It's called licenciatura. I don't know what that is called in English. I just know that it's kind of before a master's degree, which is what I got at the New York Academy of Art. So my studies at Ganexa were kind of scattered a little bit. The whole study was 3 years and 4 months, and it was just a little bit of everything. Sort of, there was very little figure drawing. There was very little drawing from life. I remember a Brazilian teacher that I had for one of those semesters who managed to get us models, nude models, which is a rarity in Panama. It's like you don't get that, and it's like a thing when you get a nude model. I don't know what it's like now. That was early 2000s. But anyway, right, so it's such a rarity that I remember 3 models specifically for the semester, and the one guy we had, he modeled in part with like a Speedo thing, and then afterwards he was nude, and then there was this other girl who was just the whole time wearing a bathing suit type thing. Anyway, the thing is that yes, that there was a little bit of everything. I did some sculpture with water-based clay, the different mediums of painting. I remember a semester that I liked and I was keeping up pretty well, where we were doing master copies of the different styles. I did a Michelangelo I did one of the Sibyls. I did a Leonardo da Vinci. It's like the St. John the Baptist that's like pointing up like this. I think that's what it is. I don't remember the painting's name. I did a pointillism one, which is when shit just crashed for me because I fucking hated it. Doing the little dots, I hated that. Anyway, it was a little bit of everything. And yes, I don't remember what year I started, but I did my thesis, or it was like a small thesis, in 2008. And then that is when I graduated from that. But there was, I don't know what amount of time between that and finishing the 3 years and 4 months of study. It wasn't one, and I don't remember why. I don't remember what happened. Yes. Okay, so then here in New York, I studied at the New York Academy of Art from 2013 to 2015, 2015 being the year that I graduated with a master's degree, Master of Fine Arts, and I majored in drawing with a concentration in anatomy. And those 2 years were fucking great. That was amazing. I have a blog entry about looking for a university or a college or whatever in which to study, and I'm going to link that in the description. Because there's a long time between 2008 and 2013. How long is that? Like 5 years. It's not that long, I guess, but it's a while. But I wanted to keep studying, and I was like, I wanted something specific. And what I wanted was to study the figure and study anatomy. And so, it took me a while to find the academy. I don't remember how I found the New York Academy of Art, but I found it and it was fucking perfect. And, you have to look for your school depending on what you want. And you have to know what you want before you go looking for a place that can teach you it. And I'm just saying because, and I will never shut up about this, if you don't care about anatomy, if you don't care about drawing the figure, if you don't care about the human body, if you don't care about representational painting or drawing, then don't fucking go to a representational anatomy school, all right? Because you're going to fucking ruin it for everyone with your fucking whining. So don't. And it's like, why are you spending money on that? Why are you taking out a loan? Why are you getting in debt to go to something a place that you don't want to go to? It's like, don't be stupid. Anyway, I'm just saying because I had so many classmates being whiny bitches about that stuff. It's like, why did you come here? It's like the school has all the classes that it teaches on the fucking website. It's right there. All right. I wound myself up. Okay, so how have my interests changed? So maybe I can show you some imagery here. So I used to like more, or not like, because I still like this stuff, like kind of more like fantasy art. And that was difficult in Panama because it's like, how the fuck do you say that in Spanish? I don't know. I didn't know then. I don't know now. I know that in English it's fantasy art. I don't know what it's like in Spanish. And that was frustrating when I was trying to just show the work. But anyway, right, so fantasy art and steampunk type mythology, legend, urban legend, like this type of stuff. This is what I liked. And I leaned more towards kind of what is typically described as dark and gothy and this type of shit. Okay. I like creatures, and I really liked this artist and still do. These three guys were kind of my main inspiration guys. Boris Vallejo, Luis Arroyo, and Dorian Clevenger. Like those guys a lot. And I also like Gerald Brom a lot. I still like them. They're still cool. I particularly liked Dorian Clevenger because I found his depiction of creatures to be really refreshing. Like the creatures that he painted were very refreshing and just interesting, and they didn't feel trite. I mean, he would still paint underwater women and cat women, feline women, but in ways that were, it was just refreshing and it didn't feel trite. So I liked that a lot. Luis Arroyo, he depicted these, well, it's actually the same beautiful woman. Usually it's the same beautiful woman in weird, uncomfortable situations, but she's just like, it's so cool, still being so beautiful and shit, and she's getting fucked by a monster and she's enjoying it, And I was like, what the hell? I was just like very interested in that, and they His women have piercings in ridiculous places, and I thought that was cool. And they have dainty, frilly clothes, and they still have a big-ass sword, this type of stuff. I thought it was really cool. And Boris Vallejo, why did I like his work? I mean, he also did creature stuff, but a lot prettier than Dorian Clevenger, And I mean, his depiction of the figure, because I don't remember if he himself was into bodybuilding. I think he was, but a lot of his reference material was bodybuilders. So yeah, that was kind of the stuff. Those guys were very, very inspiring. And so let me show you some stuff. Wait. I don't want to show that specific one. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, so... Alright, I'm going to make myself smaller. Alright, so here's one. These are drawings, and this is how they were shown in some... That was a restaurant. Let me see if I can get closer. So this lady here is like, the steampunky type. I don't remember what happened with this drawing, and I don't remember what fucking year this is from. But it's after 2008. And anyway, so she's wearing a corset, and this drawing was titled Vox for voice. And, she has little speakers in her throat, and there's these mechanical arms coming from the side to display those. And I remember this specific hairdo. I saw Mila Jovovich with some flapper-like hair, and I was like, that's pretty, so I put it on her. And so, like, this other one is like, I think this was a master copy, but I don't remember what I was copying. Either way. I guess this one on the left might be pre-2008. Anyway, so the timeline is rough, alright? I don't remember the years exactly. And, a few of them had them in the... Or it's just difficult to see. Actually, let's see. What else? Okay, so... Alright, this is from 2008. When I graduated. This is for my thesis. These were the paintings, oil painting, of all things, that I decided to display and for talking about my work. Let me make this a little bigger still. So yeah, we have this one here on the leftmost is Mila Jovovich as a fairy lady. And this second one here from the left is inspired by Luis Royo because Dorian Clevenger, because he has a painting of a lady that's sewing wings onto herself because she really, really wants to fly, and she has like a mirror. The painting is fucking awesome and like gory and gruesome and weird. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. This middle one is Keira Knightley with horns because she's like a demon lady. This one was called Disdain. I don't know what happened with this. This one I would never have called a self-portrait, but it's a self-portrait and it's a witch lady. This one is Arian. No, this one is Nyx. And what is this one? I don't remember. Anyway, let's look at some of these. This is a close-up of that bird woman, or wannabe bird woman. This has a fucking piece of fabric here. I was a lot into reusing stuff. So this is like a table thing that you put on a table, and I was like, I'm not throwing this away. I glued it onto the canvas because this character is supposed to be just like on the floor of her bedroom, just like not paying the electricity because she's using candles. All she wants to do is be a bird. This type of stuff. Sleeping on the floor, I don't know. And these feathers are actual feathers. I glued them on. These papers back here on her wall are also glued on. This is the Vitruvian Man that I drew on so that he would be a bird. Yes. So anyway, this is Dorian Clevenger inspired. What else? Just give me a minute. This is another one. I would not have called this a self-portrait either, but it is. It's just like a demon lady with horns because, you know, creatures and demons and shit. This one is supposed to be the devil. It was called The Devil in a Fucking Suit. Is a stupid name. Also this one, what would this have been inspired by? Just give me a second. These are all paintings, by the way. I wasn't drawing that much. Like, I was aware of the perception that drawing is somehow inferior to painting. I mean, that's still the case. But now I'm just like, I like drawing a lot more. And alright, so this is how the show looked when I put it up. In the place where I had the exhibition. I had to rent a place because that was part of the thesis that, you know, I had to show the work for the thesis. Yes, so these are some of the paintings that I had up, and this is how they were displayed. That's a cool display. Or at least I still like it. I still think it's cool. Yes. Let's see. All right, so I still depict the figure, but, you know, not, like, it's not carried through a fantasy art sort of thing as it was then. Let me show you some other stuff that I did. I tried lots of things, you guys. I tried painting abstract things like this because, you know, I didn't know how to sell the work. And I mean, I kind of still don't, because, you know, it's not easy. But I tried making abstract things. Here is a little display of my teeny tiny abstract paintings, because I was like, nobody seems to like this fantasy art stuff. I'm gonna try abstract things. I also tried live painting, and there is pictures of 2 of those occasions. Oh wait, let me show you one other painting that I did for my thesis. This one. What is this inspired by? The reference for this one was a suicide girl. I don't remember who it was when suicide girls were a thing. And I think she had basically the same piercings except for the one on her forehead. And like the framing of the picture is basically the same, where it was a close-up of her face, but not kind of like her entire face, just like this weird cut off, this weird framing of her face where one eye was entirely like just slightly more than half of the face, where like part of the other eye is there and it's like weird, but the picture was somehow cool anyway. Anyway, so I added this piercing on her forehead, which if you were going to do that, you wouldn't use this jewelry, but that's besides the point. That is Luis Royo inspired, and I'm not sure where I got the gray skin and purple eyes with black scleras from, but she's not the only one that I have like this. This incubus guy that is here is also like that. Not sure where I got that from. I don't remember. But anyway, I liked this painting a lot. This one is 24 by 36, and this symbol on her cheek here, according to the research that I did back then, can I get close enough to see the year? 2007. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, around that time I did research because I was painting her and I was like, she's like a werewolf lady, and her type of werewolf is born with this symbol that means werewolf. Or it means werewolf because they're werewolves and they're born with it. So I wanted a symbol that meant that, and I found the wolf's hook. So I decided to use that symbol because I mean I also like the symbol, and I added those kind of thingies beneath it. And then I was like, I like this painting so very much. I love it, and I'm gonna miss it so much. So then, in order to kind of keep something of the painting when it would sell, if it sold, but I, was hoping that it would sell, I wanted to kind of keep something of her. So I got the same symbol tattooed on myself, so that it could be like, ooh, we're similar and shit. Kind of like have that in common with the character. But anyway, yes. All right. So, live painting. Here is an instance of live painting. I did this. Where did I do this? I don't remember where. But I didn't get paid for it. I don't know if people here typically get paid for doing live painting. But whatever. Didn't get paid for this. It was dark. It was like a club type place. Nobody was looking at what I was doing. It was very dark. I could hardly see anything. I was very tired. I got very tired. And, it was some things that I was trying to do, like for exposure and stuff. And so was this one. This was dark. I couldn't see anything. It's not an abstract anymore. This is a lady. But anyway, there were just some things that I was trying to do that would hopefully help people see my work, I don't remember what year this was. I don't remember what year any of this shit was. This was in the past, all right? Before I came here to study. I don't remember. Okay, so what else? One time I did performance, and I have in one of the episodes of the podcast, my colleague Andy Soto mentions that I did performance, like it's some kind of, she meant it like in a good way or something, or like something that an artist should do. And I don't think so, but she meant it well. I'll link to that episode in a card. But anyway, performance is here. That's the one time that I did it, and this is the only picture of it that I like, because it's a cool picture, because my eyes look black like an ant or something. It looks like I don't have whites or pupils or irises. It looks like the whole thing is black, and this uplit thing is really cool. But anyway, the thing is that this performance, having experienced attempting to do a performance and just doing something and calling it a performance and still calling it art, is one of the things that many, many years later, come to now, I'm like, that's not art. All right? Anyway, this performance was called Drifter, and I was dressed, these fabrics is like an opaque fabric, white fabric, and see-through white fabric, and that was the outfit. And I painted myself also in white, kind of like a ghost person. And I laid a piece of fabric on the floor, and I put these clusters of Christmas lights, like islands of Christmas lights, and I would walk around them because I was drifting, just like in my fucking life. That was kind of the point. But anyway, that's not art. It's stupid. It wasn't helpful to bring attention to my work at all. It brought attention to me, which I also tried in terms to kind of then funnel that attention to the work. And one of the ways I did that was kind of in by more like it was kind of like a burlesque troupe thing. I did that one time only, and I did like this semi-improvised dance thing to, what song was it? It was a song that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross did with Telepathy. The song is called Destroyer, and it's a really cool song. Anyway, I danced to that, and this is what I looked like. It's a cool picture that somebody took of the show. And the point was to try to get attention to myself to then funnel that attention to the work. That was also stupid. Because all that happened was that I was just spending time doing not art. That's what happened. And finally, from here, is work from the only residence that I've been in Panama, which was with a farm that researches and like breeds orchids in Panama. I don't think they have this residency anymore, but it was called Conexión Dracula, and this is the first painting that I made. The Dracula is a type of orchid, and it has like this deep red purple, and it's like an amazing thing. Anyway, this one is the first painting that I made with this beautiful purple color. And well, there's the year in which I made it. And then this was the second painting that I made in the residency. This is a closed orchid. And yeah, so this is kind of... I made these two paintings during the residency, which was... How long was it? Like a week and a half or 2 weeks, I think. I'm not sure. They provided all of the materials. They provided all the food. They provided all the lodging. It was fucking awesome. And these paintings are cool. The organizers kept one of the paintings. I think they kept this one because this one's obviously the better one of the two. I mean, look at this freaking light that I did here. It's like, what even is that? Or reflected light or whatever. It's fucking awesome. And then this one sold. Somebody else wanted this one and they bought it because it's also pretty cool. But then this one is obviously the best one. Anyway, thing is, yes. So that's some of the old work. I did also do drawing, but like I was saying, I had this perception that drawing isn't as well respected as in terms of solidity as paintings, and it's still not. Not to mention that this work, you know, like the way that I displayed this is not conducive to portray solidity. You know, it's like just paper on paper with tape, which is more paper. That's no good. If you're going to make drawings, you probably have to frame them. You should frame them or mount them on something really solid, whether canvas and then stretch the canvas on stretchers, or wood, something really solid. This is no good. I mean, matting is good, but it has to be supported by something really solid. Anyway, all right, let's make me bigger again. It's enough of that. So, yes, those are things that I did in the past. Being an artist in Panama versus being an artist here in New York, you know, they both have their difficulties. They both have their own problems. They both have their own difficulties and problems. I think there are many more opportunities for a lot of variety here in terms of subject matter, and just there's just so much to choose from. It's like, I mean, I personally find it easier here. It doesn't mean that it is easier here. I'm not entirely sure, because I know several artists in Panama whose work I have mixed feelings, all right? But that's like besides the point. They show their work all the time in galleries, and they sell the work, and you know, they do murals, or you know, like this one person, she's Colombian. Her name is Remedios, and she is very adept at marketing her stuff, and she puts it on shirts and she puts it on totes. I mean, I don't know what she does more recently, but she travels and she makes murals and she makes all kinds of shit. And the last time that I looked at her work, she was showing the work in galleries. Like, she was showing these tondos of the kind of graphic insects and leaves and stuff that she does. That was a few years ago. I don't know if she's still doing it. But anyway, the thing is that she's very adept. And I mean, she's selling her work and she's, you know, doing stuff. And she lives in Panama. So, and also, Andy Soto does not live in Panama anymore. But, you know, especially with the internet, she was selling her work from Panama internationally. And she showed in New York twice before moving to Croatia. So it's like, it's not that you can't, right? You can. You just need something that I don't know what it is. A lot of consistency, I suppose, and a lot of fucking hard work. And it's not that it's not, here you need a lot of work as well. The reason for which I think it's easier is because there is just so much to choose from in terms of showing the work. I mean, all you gotta do is go to NYAA.org, okay? For example, you go to their classifieds and you go to their opportunities, and there are so many shows to choose from. It's like, in the sense that there is just something for everyone. There are shows that I think are discriminatory, but at the same time, it's like, you can't say that you are discriminated if you are a particular sort of person, because there are shows specifically for you, There are shows that only want women, there are shows that only want certain looking sort of people, there are shows that want certain people with specific orientations, for example, or specific countries of origin, or specific alleged ethnic things. For example, there are shows that charge fees, there are shows that don't charge fees, there are shows, open calls is what I'm saying, is what I mean. There are open calls for climate related work. There are open calls in all the states, just whatever state you can look for, you could be interested in. There are open calls for magazines, for zines, for shows, for group shows, for solo shows. It's like, if you're here and you're complaining about how you're underrepresented or something, it's like, you are clearly not doing any research. You're just complaining, as far as I'm concerned. Because it is, and that's all the shit that I just told you is just from NYAA.org, which is NYFA.org. All right, you can just look that up, go to the classifieds, go to the opportunities, and you will fucking see how many pages of shit there is. Not just for showing work, but also if you want a job in art, like an art-related job, like in a gallery or whatever, there's also, like, so fucking much. So I find that easier because I don't have to, I'm not sure, all right? I don't know exactly what the other two individuals that I mentioned that I had the impression made it, quote-unquote, in Panama as artists. I don't know what they did, all right? I don't know what the process of them doing art in Panama and then selling it. I don't know what it was. Maybe they were just submitting to stuff internationally, and maybe they were willing to pay for stuff, because that also gives the impression, a lot of the times that gives the impression that, oh my God, that person is showing in so many things, but then some people are willing to pay the fees to be considered for something and some aren't. I, for example, do not pay for submission fees because I don't fucking want to, because it's not guaranteed that you're going to get anything, and because I'm cheap. And it's not that I haven't done it, I have, and it has never turned out in my favor, but I probably just haven't done it enough times, which is also applicable with just applying for any open call. You have to do it a fucking bunch of times before they start coming in your favor. What is the percentage? I don't know. Like, what is the ratio of submissions versus accepted submissions? I don't fucking know, but you have to submit a bunch of work to a bunch of things before you start getting accepted to shit, all right? So when people whine about underrepresented, and it's like, artists are difficult, it's like, you're stupid, all right? Just whatever. Anyway, let's see, did I want to say anything else about that? No, I think I'm done. I hope you were at least mildly amused by this. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Just tell me what you think, I guess, about those older, the work of days of yore, early 2000s. Yeah, I guess that was pretty close to before I came here. And yes. Anyway, let me know what you think. Please leave a comment with your thoughts on the subject. Like, share, subscribe, please. And check out the links in the video description if you want to further support my audiovisual channel. Thank you again and have a lovely day.